let's try this caravan stuff from Black Square again. This is actually the third time I think I fly it. And I really like it. It's, from my perspective, it's darn near perfect. There are some small visual bugs, like like the registration is all the way back there. So this is a Grand Caravan. You can see that with the bulge there. We're going to look at the wind, and it's coming from that direction. So we will start with the prop not in feathered mode. So the checklist says propeller full forward, but from every startup I've looked on the real thing, you start with the propeller feathered. However, when the wind comes from this side to here, then the hot air can melt the paint on the cargo pod. So then you would want to have the propeller not feathered. Maybe some caravan pilot, if they are looking at this, can chime in. Anyhow, what? Who are you looking at? Are there any other pilots around? Just checking. Nope. Let's jump in. Look. Now we have a little ladder here. And jump. Good, good, good. Control lock gone. I forgot. We need to go around the aircraft. We can release this from the gust lock from the cockpit by just moving the... wonder if you can do that. Wait just a second. By just moving the... yeah. Elevator. But also from what I've seen on real videos, on real caravan pilots, is that you, when you do the walk around, just click that thing, because it's unnecessary wear on the cables doing it the lazy way. Yes, it's a bit dirty, but it's a freighter, so it's okay. Jump! And it's cold outside, so let's fold this up. And to close the door, we click here. We can open. No, let's not open. Okay, so first we'll make sure that everything is the way it is supposed to be. I got a flow from a YouTube channel with a Australian pilot that flies these things that is really, really good, but as I'm still a novice in flying such an advanced version of this aircraft or simulation, I think I'm going to stay with the checklist for now. Yep, I think so. Okay, so what we're going to do, pre-flight inspection. Yeah, we did that. Let's say we did that. Parking brake set. this small thing. Control lock is removed. Seatbelt switches are off. So we go around looking into the cockpit at everything is off. We don't need AC. It's important that the electrical things are off. While we pass this, the inertial separator, we'll pull that because it's pretty rainy outside and we don't want unnecessary moisture in the engine. The lights, yes, off. The only thing we should have on is the beacon, because we are in the aircraft. Of course, it's not lighting up now because we have no power at all on. So everything is off. Looks good. Ignition switch to normal. Circuit breakers all in. Yes. Fuel selectors both on. Blook. Okay, let's see how much. We can't see that now. Oxygen pressure. We are in the green. We won't be using oxygen today, but it's always good that it's okay. Ventilation AC is off. Bleed air heater is off. AC is off. Cabin mixing nerve pushed. Oi. That's my phone talking to me. No, stop. Okay. Emergency power lever normal. So it's this one here, and it is, whoops, also supposed to be, have they modeled that? It is supposed to be chained. It's not chained. No, it's not chained. It should be a small chain here. So you can see if anybody has been tinkering with that. Okay, that's interesting. Emergency power lever. No, there's yeah. Well, it is normal though. Power lever idle, and we have the idle here. For my joystick, it's a little bit fiddly, but that's okay. Propeller lever full forward. So here is the discrepancy with the checklist for, I think, almost every video I've seen people flying this real aircraft is that they start with the propeller in feather. Unless the wind is coming from that side and is pretty strong, so you, as I said before, previously mentioned, you don't want to mess up the paint on the cargo pod. Also, as a courteous thing, you start the engine in feather, so you don't blow dust on everything else around you. But yeah, let's do it the simulator way today. Also, you can get, if you have air coming from behind and up the exhaust, you can get like a blooming of hot air, just like a puddle. So you don't, it can also harm the aircraft. So and then you would like to have the propeller in max, not feathered. So we'll do max now. Fuel condition lever cut off. Firewall valve push in. No, that's that one. It is pushed in. Fuel cut off is pushed in. Battery switch on. And we should get a beep 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 blink. Yeah. So the auxiliary pump is working. That's good. We'll test the annunciators. Yep, that works. Let's see about the fuel. We have a max discrepancy, and I think we are in limits. Yeah, I think we are in limits. So what have I missed? Fire detection warning, flap lever is up. No smoking seatbelts. Well, we have no passengers, only an empty cargo plane. Or should we add some cargo just for... Let's add some cargo. Hello. Payload. Oh, we have cargo. Does it show? I don't know. Yes, it shows. We have cargo. Nice. Do we have enough fuel for this flight? Yes, I think we do. Engine. So we put that there. We'll put that, our view, up here, so we can watch all the gauges and the warning lights and the thing. Engine start, battery, yeah. So the beacon is on, avionics switch. So this is also a discrepancy of what I've seen online with real pilots. They don't turn on any avionics because of the you want to preserve the battery. So I'll skip that part actually. However, we need 24 volts or else we can't start the thing. So we have 25 volts, so this is a good battery. Emergency power extinguished. Where is that? Yeah. Propeller area clear. Clear prop. Okay. Fuel boost pump on. So first we go, so you can see that it's switching. Now we know that the armed fuel pump is working. On. So now we have continuous fuel pressure. Fuel flow none. It's important. Look at this gauge here. So this gauge is powered to 0, so you can see that it is 0. So when you turn off the power, it goes down here. But it's really important that you don't have any fuel in the engine when starting it. You just want air and spark, and then when it's up to speed, then you can put in fuel, not before. Otherwise you will get a, I don't know what it's called, a hot start or I think a hot start. Anyway, it's no good. So ignition. Let's see. I forgot the emission properties of fuel process. No. Ignition to normal start. We're looking for oil pressure going up. We're looking for MG. We're looking for the propeller is spinning. We're looking for prop here and 14% or above. Introduce fuel. And we hear the whoosh. And not above 600. And everything looks good. It says here greater than 12. Again, this is probably by the manual or other, but the standard procedure is for most of the companies flying this aircraft. I've heard everything from 14 to 16%, but not as low as 12. Fuel condition level low idle, fuel flow. Yes, it's within limits. ITT, so this is very high ITT. Same that you have. Don't go about like 750 or something. You want to preserve the engine. NG greater than 52%. Yes. Starter switch off. Confirmed. Starter engagers extinguished. Engine instruments check. Generator switch. Reset. Generator load. Look at this. Power here. Positive. Battery charging. Current. Negative. Yes. Generator off. Annunciator is off. Fuel boost pump normal. So this is essentially armed. So if the fuel pressure is going below a certain percentage, like 3 or 4 or something like that, the fuel the booster pumps will kick in automatically, and that is what you check when you have it in norm in the beginning, when it starts to click here, or change switching low pressure auxiliary pump on, low pressure auxiliary pump on. Fuel boost pump annunciation extinguished. Yes, weather radar off standby, and it's important to do that before we turn on avionics 2, because otherwise we can fry other aircraft's stuff and harm people, ground crew. We don't want to cook the ground crew, that's no good. Avionics switch 2 on, so now I turn on both 1 and 2. I think that, whoops, what happened there? Okay. I think that is more the per usual procedure, even though it's perhaps not in the manual itself. Nav lights, might as well turn them on now. Believe the strobe. Suction, yes, we do have suction. Remote compass, slave, yes. So it's set to the compass hidden in the instrument, behind the instruments here. That is everything is coming from, or the readings are coming from. Ventilation and defrost as required. Well, I think it's pretty cold in the cabin now, so we might as well. Yeah, 3 degrees. We're sitting here, so now we can use some lead air. Open up. get some heat in here. We don't need the aft cabin, we don't need defrost. Well, do we? Because I don't know how cold it is. It's just 1 degree above Celsius, so we'll be needing some anti-icing stuff on today. But you can see now that I open up the gates here and here, so we can let in hot air in the cabin from the engine. That's the red little switch there. Okay, if I turn it off, you can see that I'm switching, closing the gates. And if I turn it on, so yeah, that's the level of simulation. It's amazing. I even think that it shows if I open the ram air on the side here. Let's see. I mean, I don't care what they would have charged for this aircraft. I would have paid it anyway. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Black Square. Because I was getting a little bit jaded with the simulator, and I bought this thing and yeah, you can hear it. I'm so happy. So radio, set course to 274. Radios are not set yet, but we'll change that. 274. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 of course is west, and hello. Somewhere around there. We're gonna take off runway, let's see, memory is not, well, yeah, we might as well set that to 281, so we can find our way home if something goes wrong. Better safe than sorry. 2, so 2, 8, 1, and switch. So this will switch when we get up in the air. And we are taking off from runway 8, so we'll set the heading bug. No, we can't do that just yet. We're going to test the autopilot first. Yes, why isn't the thing moving? It is supposed to be moving. Well, today it's not. Okay, well, okay. It is supposed to be like moving in the slipstream from the propeller over the elevator, rather. Yeah, okay. So flight instruments set and check, so we'll do some lighting here. So flood, no, we just want instrument on the lights on the instruments. We can see what we have. 23 degrees. Oh, it's getting hot in here. We have to take a jacket off. Okay, Set and check. Cabin lights off. Why? Ah, okay, cabin lights off in the back. You know, when you're dead, like me, I did also. So turn off the lights in the car. When you're taxiing, you don't want that. Cockpit lighting dim for taxi. Well, it's dim because these lights are pretty crappy. Taxi recognition lights as required. Just a second, I'm just going to tune the weather here to see what we got.
Charlie Yankee Charlie Alpha automated weather observation. 1200 Zulu. Wind 119er at 4. Visibility 9er in heavy rain. Sky condition few clouds at 3100, ceiling 4600 overcast. Temperature tree C, dew point 2C, altimeter 299er4.
299er4. So until 299er4. 299er654. No, 278 9er 4, so we're up here. So somewhere there on there, let's see. Yeah. Inertial separator as required, so we'll see. I don't know how to do with rain, what the procedure is. I have to check that, but if I look at the engine, we can see that the FOD is like 5% on objects. So we have the inertial separator out. So every stuff will blow out on the side and not get into the engine. Well, we can announce taxi.
Charlie Yankee Charlie Alpha traffic. SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo is taxiing to runway 8. Charlie Yankee Charlie Alpha.
Remote compass is aligned. Yes. We have the run up, we'll do that later on. And just pull back this thing here and pull it up a little bit like this. For taxiing. Shit. So we have trim right. Okay. Yeah, see, it's moving a little bit. That's that. Okay. Well, taxi time. Parking brake release. And we are going to taxi. Backtrack. Runway. And we don't have a radio call for backtracking. So what we'll do is we'll do our run up here. And when we're done with that, we'll taxi backtrack to the runway and take off, okay? I think that's the most prudent thing to do. So parking brake set, seatbelt secure, flight controls free. Yeah. Standby alternator on. Book. And standby alternator light is out. Standby alternator check 0 amps. So 0. Generator load 30 to 60. And we are between those. And now we'll trip the generator switch via this switch here, and standby alternator should take over. So when I trip it, this should go up. So this is simulating losing generator. So whoops, and we get load. Okay, did you see that? And reset. Love it. Fuel boost pump normal. Yep. Fuel selector both on. Yes. Fuel quantity. We got fuel. Fuel cut off is pushed in. Yeah. Everything seems to be working. Trims is set for takeoff. There we go. This is the range, but I put it there because I usually have to trim. Usually, I say I only flown this aircraft 2 times before. 10, 20, short field 10 for normal, so we'll go 10. Flaps, power lever. So now it's time to check voltage and suction. So I think so. If we go, so we'll go up to 400 on the torque. It's a little bit much. Torque 400. Yep. Bus volt 24 volts minimum. And now we have the inertial separator on. So if it was off, we would check for increased ITT. Now we will check for decreased ITT because we have it on in the rain. So ITT, so we should have an increase. And nothing happens. It's just sitting there. It's pretty cold outside, so I just no, it's below. Okay, it can be that too. Inertial separator off, but we'll leave it on because of the weather. Instruments check. Looks good, looks good. We have a little bit more fuel on the right side. That's okay. Yeah. See the cabin temp here also, by the way, 21 degrees. Power lever 1800 RPMs. So, and that's the propeller RPMs, right? Not the, yeah, I know that's that one. Yeah, it's the propeller RPMs, not the RPM of the turbine. So we'll do that. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Put the propeller max forward. Let's go back to the inertial separator test here. So with the propeller at max. So no. Okay. Anyway, Power level 1800 RPM, so 17, 18. Let's not overdo this. We are at 18. Overspeed governor. Where's that? Yeah, that's switched there. Okay. So what we're doing now is we're testing the overspeed governor. Holding that in. And let's check 175. It is exactly at 175. We release it. It's up at 1800 again. Power lever to idle. Pitot heat will do the rest. Yeah, pitot heat on. We can do that now. It's so cold outside, so I don't think we will burn it. And we could see that the generator load is increasing. Yes, it is. I will turn it off again. Okay. Windshield anti-icing on. That's windshield anti-icing on. And we get annunciation, we get power increase, or generator load increase. Windshield anti-icing off. Propeller de-icing on. We get the amps in green, and increase power off. Airframe de-ice on, and here I don't know. Power. Wing light. Yeah, okay. Observe cycle, so we should be looking out the window at the same time we were pressing this thing. Hard thing to do though. Can we get the cycle out of it just by pressing it? I'm just curious now. Yes, we did get the cycle out of it. And deflate. Okay, good. Thought so. Pitot heat on. We'll do stall heat, stall wane heat on. Ice protection as required. I have to read up on that when and where, but I think we'll do at least prop to auto. We'll leave the windshield off for now. We have quite the generator load as it is. Heading bug 30 degrees to the right. I will turn on this thing here. So we do heading by 10, 30 degrees to the right. And then we engage the autopilot and you will see what happens. Yes, we are at 7th alt here too, so that is on. So we'll engage the autopilot. Heading. You see the yoke turning right. Heading bug degrees on to the other side. Yoke turning to the middle. And we disconnect the autopilot. Autopilot set for climb. So we are going to 3,000 feet. We'll leave it at 500 feet per minute if we need. Battery charging current less than 10 amps. I think yes. Yeah, so it's less than, yeah, because it's fully charged. We can check that here. So electrical, so we can see that the battery is fully charged. Weather radar as required. Might as well turn it on now. There are no aircraft in vicinity. Oh, no, let's do that when we're ready to take off. Okay. We are ready. I think. So, nobody here. Clear left, clear right. And announce takeoff, depart west.
Charlie Yankee Charlie Alpha traffic. SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Taking off runway 8. Departure to the west. Charlie Yankee Charlie Alpha.
Let's turn on the landing light because we're taxiing on the runway now. While to go. Do we have anything else we want to be doing? No, I don't think so. Okay. So we'll leave ourselves. Now let's turn on the parking brake. And what do we have left? We have weather radar on. have lots of nasty weather. I'm just gonna change engine condition. No failures. Okay. This is just for the simulator. They put the nav and the log. That is for testing if you don't have the pad out. So we have some weather. We'll keep this at 0 degrees, I think. Okay. That is the way we're going. We'll put the bug straight ahead. We'll turn off the taxi light. We shouldn't be sitting with the nav lights or the landing lights on this long before, because strobe light is on. We can burn the glass above. Flight instrument set and check. Yes. Menu. Enter. And I like to have it this way because then I can see where we're supposed to be going. We'll zoom out a little bit too. Okay. Storm windows closed, cabin mixing air push, and we'll turn off the bleed here for now. High idle. Looks good. Parking brake release. Take off. Transponder is on alt, landing lights is on, inertial separator as required, power lever, C, okay, so I don't have the manual with me now, so I think I do it by ear. I think right about here with torque 1850, and then propeller at, yeah, and then we'll do the cruise later on. Propeller at 1850, yeah, I'm guessing. Annunciators check, no annunciators. Engine instrument all in green. Parking brakes, ITT max of 805, flaps retake, retract at 90 flying. Max performance climb. Here we go. Propeller lever 1900, 1850, route climb. I should extra propeller lever 1600 to 1900. So we'll go with that because we're just going to 3000 feet. Okay. 49 minutes in and we are ready for takeoff. Yes, we are. Everybody ready. Let's go. Yes, we can release the brakes. Nose up, wait for the aircraft to take off by itself. Good, good, good. Positive rate. Fold up the flaps. Flaps is going up. Trimming, whoops. Pull back a little bit on the torque. 1600 to 1800 RPM. We'll do 17, save the engine a little bit. Trim, trim, trim. And I think we'll stay below 1,000 feet right now because we don't want to go up in the clouds today. Okay, let's turn left over CA. Why don't I get it to 18? Is it wrong? The wrong frequency though. We'll stay right here below the cloud deck, I think. Is more prudent than going up in this soup. So we'll do 1,000 feet. Okay. Trim, 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 trim. Pull back. From memory, I think we should be at 1600 torque. Why is the green light lighting? Or blue light? So we are all trimmed out. So the aircraft is pretty aggressive with the autopilot, so I don't want to. I want to fly it smoothly into whatever course we're taking here. And I think we can climb a little bit more. Let's try 2,000. And we have a lot of precipitation ahead of us, so I think we'll go to the right of that. There's going to be a lot of heading flying today, I think, because of the weather. We'll aim for that hill over there, and just to the right of the orange on the weather radar. 2,000. Can we reach 3,000 maybe? At least 2,500. Heading. So heading. And 2,500. Autopilot on. Alt. No. Heading. I think I got it now. We are a little bit low. Let's correct that. let's do... So I'm looking at the weather radar, and I'm looking out here, and I think we can do... I think I can do 3000 now. I think the cloud deck is a little bit higher here. So arm. We have a little bit of imbalance in the fuel tanks, so we'll turn off the left tank a little bit to even that out. Let's not get... I want to get the left of...
Center SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo, 11 miles west of Charlie Yankee Charlie Alpha, 3000. Request IFR to Goose Bay. Ready to copy. SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo is clear to Goose Bay Airport as filed. Squawk tree 671.
3, 6, 7, 1.
SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo clear to Goose Bay Airport as filed. Squawk tree 671. SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo, read back correct. Radar contact 3000. Altimeter 299er tree. Continue to SASA following heading 280. Proceed on course. Maintain present altitude.
280, but we'll do a little bit right on that because of the weather. We'll acknowledge that.
Continue to SASA following heading 280. Maintain present altitude. Maintain present altitude. SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
I think I can do heading 280 now.
SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Acknowledge last transmission.
Didn't I do that?
Maintain present altitude. SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
Okay, so let's see what we have here.
SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Verify squawking tree 671.
3671, yes. I think we need to... Yeah, this is not good. I think we need to go higher. Else we'll... Or... No. No. Okay. Temperature does... Well, a couple of degrees. Oh, it's cold there again. We need a bleed air. Sorry, I forgot about that. We have the temperature up here too. Well, if we aren't going to see anything anyways, we might as well go... Don't I see the... Now I'm getting worried here because I don't know where the ground is. I can't see anything anyways. Let's request
Gander Center, SE Tab, Tango, Alpha Bravo. Request 5,000. SE Tab, Tango, Alpha Bravo. Climb and maintain 5,000. Climb and maintain 5,000. SE Tab, Tango, Alpha Bravo.
my plan is to go to the side of this weather here. Check the speed. We'll put some more coal into the engine. 1,000. That's the beep 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 noise is we're 1,000 feet left to our set altitude. A bit more coal. Okay, 12 degrees. Electrics looks good, engine looks good. Still a lot of water outside, so we'll keep the inertial separator on. The prop is de-icing itself. I have to check the SOP for when using the propeller icing, de-icing. But does that mean? Stabilizer off. Okay. So we can pull back to 1600. Full torque 1660 square. Okay. So it's a bit fuzzy. I think it's because of the rain. Yeah, well, not much to see outside. Well, many brown bears. Let's check cruise. Yes, we can turn off the landing lights. Forgot about that.
Tango Alpha Bravo, contact Gander Center on 120.4. Good day. 120.4 for SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Gander Center SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo 5000.
SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo, Gander Center, altimeter 29902, radar contact, continue decisive.
Let's go a little bit more to the right of this. And use Bay maps approach. So we did 8Z. Okay. 8Z via Cessna, so 3,100 feet. Frequency 110.3. We have that there, so we'll move that up, and we'll do that here too. So 110.3, and we'll set the landing 0.75 degrees. 0.75 degrees. And we'll do that here too. 0.75 degrees. Hello. Okay. Now we set that up. But if something should happen now, then we would like to have some way of, if this dies, good thing we got up to 5,000, right? Okay, now we can turn back a little bit to the west. So does it show up on this one? No, it doesn't. I think we'll need to go a little bit higher. Let's deal with that first. So increase 2,000 to 7,000.
Gander Center SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Request 7,000.
SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo, please expedite your climb 7,000.
Okay. I just asked. Don't have to be angry with me. Okay, so where I was going to do this in case of emergency. it's good to have this one set up. So more info, frequencies, it's 257, so 2, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, switch, let's swap, and ploop, here we are. Now we know where we're supposed to be going if something goes wrong. That's good. And like that, and we'll do like that, 8, Z, and we have that up, and the checklist. Back. No. 2. So now we can. We'll wait a little bit longer and then we'll pull back onto go back on our track. We'll wait for this to clear up a little bit. Oh. And now we have somewhat equal fuel. We turn on the tank. I should have set the timer for that. 21 degrees in here, that's good. And then we'll pull back. Now we can pull back to 1600. And I'll pull up the manual on my phone. Okay, so far so good. So if you download the manual via Just Flight's homepage, you can get all the power settings for all the different types of caravans that Black Square has made. This is the cargo version with the cargo pod. And I'm scrolling, and I don't know where I am in this thing here. Okay, here we go. Without cargo pod, engine power settings, cargo pod, cargo master. Okay, so we're at 7, so normal cruise power 8,000 feet, pressure altitude, and we're just about that, so 1500. So we'll pull it back to 1500. It being the torque. Hello, 1500 please. Okay, and prop RPM 1750. We can actually pull up that a little bit. 1750. Here we go, and then we should get a fuel flow of 334 or around there, so we get a little more fuel flow. Okay, but I'm not at 1500 here. Okay. Fuel flow is a little higher than that. Oh, that's okay. We're within temperature. We can pull back the prop to 17. No, let's do it by the book. 1750. True airspeed. So we'll see what's the temperature up here. It's 0 degrees. So pressure, altitude. I need to read up on how this ring works because I don't know it. I need to learn more. Okay, let's go back to our course. Exciting weather to be flying in though. I don't know why I get the fuel flow because normal cruise power standard day. Is it because of the temperature? Okay, let's just guess how this thing works. So, pressure, altitude, okay. We put that at the degrees we're at. So we're at flight level 20, 30. And it's 0 degrees, and that put us at test. No, can't be. Is there a cheat sheet somewhere here? Can I press like a... No. Anyways, let's turn a little bit more to the left. Oh, not that much. That's enough. Hello. It's good enough. When I turn off the next rad here, I get this crisp weather radar here. When I turn on next rad here, okay. Time to see if we can do a screenshot for the YouTube video. Okay. So that's actually something that we can report to, because I think that's a bug. It's not necessarily a bug, I can be the bug, but so we do a change shot there, and then we'll enter menu, display next rad. Then we get the fluffy thing here, okay? Okay. So menu, hide next rad, enter. Let's click all the things. We jumped down a little bit. Cabin. Turn down the temperature just 1 notch. Okie dokie. So I noticed that I still have the inertial separator on, but we're going through this rain stuffy here, so we'll leave it on. Yep, coffee time. It says fog intensity 0. So let's see what it says when we fly through the rain here. To be reading up on this. Lots of stuff to be reading up on. That's so great with this aircraft when they are simulated to this level. Is you can read manual and get to know the things. 0 degrees. Fog still 0, and I'm just there we have a fellow simmer out simming. That's good. Turn off nav mode when we come really close, but it's pretty aggressive, as I said before, the autopilot. So we'll help it a little bit.
Bravo. Maintain present altitude.
Okay.
Maintain present altitude. SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
And here we go. We're at Magenta line, and I forgot to turn because I'm texting while flying, and that's no good. But you know, that's why I fly simulators. If I was flying the real thing, I would not have my phone even on. So I think we can turn off the inertial separator for a while. We leave the prop anti-ice on auto. See, it's not engaged right now. Is it engaging when I'm... No. Okay. Yeah, could be nice to see. Now you can see that I have closed the gate, so now all the air goes into the engine. And when I have it open, this little flap here. Oh, FOD intensity 21%. So now you can see it's opening up, and now all the ice is whooshing out that way. So it says 0 now, but that's because it's measuring the amount of FOD in here in the simulator, in this simulation of the aircraft. 22 degrees in the cockpit. Okay. Let's see if we can get a better screenshot. The sounds of this aircraft is amazing. Okay, we are in heading mode still. Because I'm thinking more about if I would turn on nav mode here, it would turn aggressively 45 degrees towards the magenta line, until we reach the Magenta line, and then it was crossover, and then it would be a zigzag thingy here. So I'll use nav mode until we just caress it, and then I'll turn over to nav mode. Okay, at least that's the plan, if I don't distract myself too much. Where is the weather? This weather isn't showing up. And now I'm distracting myself again. We are picking up the ILS signal here from the from our destination. Here comes the green line. Here comes the. So we will be touching the clouds. Okay, let's do some cloud flying. And nav mode. Okay. Set up our landing bug. We're in the soup. Where's the temperature? How does the wing look? Looks good as far as I can see. Okay. A little bit up here. Oh, look at that gate. Oh. That's so cool. Good thing we did the IFR flying. Not much looking at the deers and the bears. Deers and the bears. Let's see. Let's look at the chart again. So we have a Jet 1, I think, 360. So 100 is a 100, 200, 360 feet. Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Alpha Bravo. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS Zulu runway 8. Approach via Yankee Yankee Romeo 2 tree 5 radial. 21 DME arc. Clear to Yankee Yankee Romeo 2 tree 5 radial. 21 DME.
Okay.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS Zulu runway 8 approach via Yankee Yankee Romeo 2 tree 5 radial. 21 DME arc. Clear to Yankee Yankee Romeo
So see,
2 tree 5
21 DME arc.
SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
Yankee Yankee Romeo. So that's that thing there. And we're
SC Cab
supposed
Tango Alpha Bravo. Contact Goose Bay Tower on 124.5 when inbound on the approach.
Yeah. Now, someone please tell me in the comments when.
Tower 124.5. SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
When am I considered inbound on the approach? Is it when I reach the initial fix? Is that when I'm considered on the inbound approach? Look at this ice cone here. Man. Let's increase the range of this, see what happens. Is it broken? Have I... No. Seems to be working fine. Let's keep it on that range. So this thing, I don't know anything about this thing. So we'll leave that alone. Don't press buttons you don't know what they're doing when flying in the aircraft. Yep. So we'll, if we need to, we'll skirt to the right of Jabba the Hutt here. It is possible that we will be needing to do that. Let's check the checklist again. So P8 is definitely going to be on. Ice protection is going to be on. We don't care because the boxes aren't smoking. Propeller lever 1619 RPM. Power lever reduce. Before landing, seat belts, fuel selector both. We have them both on now. Oxygen off, landing lights on. Inertial separator as required. I think we'll be needing it on. Yeah, we're going really fast towards this mountain of doom over here. Propeller lever, flaps as required, autopilot disconnect. Okay, so that's... yeah... It's actually not that aggressive. Maybe we'll fly through Jabba anyway. Autopilot disconnect. Okay. I think we have that sorted out. We'll set the anticipate 3,100 feet. See how you get, even in the simulator, you get fooled. Well, we're diving, but we're just getting closer. So we'll do nav. We'll do not nav, heading. And we'll fly to the right of that thing, just to be safe. Don't need to jump around. Unnecessarily much in the clouds here. Power looks good. We're pulling a little bit more fuel from the left tank. However, okay, let's close that just for a few. Set timer på 3 minuter. I'll put a timer for 3 minutes so I don't forget to turn it on again. And we'll use that. Let's gently get back on track. Whoosh. Yep. But before Seisu, Sierra Alpha Sierra Uniform Victor. Here we go. See how good this is. So if all else fails, at least we have this green line. Okay, here we go. Propeller heat is on again because I put it on auto. Yeah, so if all else fails, we can always follow this Apple SIM card remover thing here. Well, not if all else fails, then we're out of luck, but okay, timer. Let's check the fuel. So I think we can do let's do 1 more minute. Set timer på 1 minute. And we're on track, so nav. Well, almost on track, see? How even with that little thing it drags. Oh, we forgot to tune Goose Bay Tower. Whoopsie doopsie.
Goose Bay Tower, SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo, 7 miles south, inbound ILS Zulu runway
3,000, so we need to be below 4,500. I think it's time to
2987 cleared ILS Zulu runway 8 approach.
need to go down pretty aggressively here, so we'll pull back.
Cleared ILS Zulu runway 8 approach, SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
So we need to be below 4,500 or above 3,100. Timer is set. I think, okay. Set timer för 2 minuter. Okay, let's leave that on. And speed check. We're going down. We'll aim for 3,100. We might as well. Well, we'll wait to turn on these. We will be getting down in the soup in just a few seconds. So this engine is slurping fuel from more from the left tank, or it's just the turbulence. Let's not do the mistake I did the other day by turning off this one too. That was kind of exciting. See, so I'm letting the GPS do the arc and get us into the initial fix, and then we'll change to VNav. So now we are 2 minutes. I think we'll just land with a little bit more fuel in the right tank, lest I forget. So we are within altitude. And going down in the soup. Why do I don't? Where is it? Like it's not working. We'll check that after we've landed. We're at 3,100 feet. Everybody's happy. We leave it at 1,000 torques for now. I think that's good. And because I haven't picked up the... Okay, now we picked up the ILS or the localizer. So we'll let the aircraft do its thing. Yeah, here we have that. So it changed over to VLOC by itself. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, because I had put it on the let's do that mode, please. But what's happening? Nav. So the autopilot isn't doing that. So when it switches over from... Aha, okay. So when it switches over from GPS to VLOC, the autopilot doesn't understand what to do, so it goes to roll mode. So you have to tell it to go to nav. Or so now we have localizer set. Am I missing something here? No. At 3,100 feet, let's see, we're supposed to be at 3,100 feet over here too. 2,860. So 7, 8. I don't think we can do. So we round that out to 2009. What is the temperature? Yep. Okay. So we have a little bit of imbalance in the fuel, but I think I'm legal. I'm not sure, but I hope. Okay. So nav mode active. Okay, I have to read up on that as I said before. Where is my glide slope? Nav landing lights on. Let's pull back a little bit more. Full. No, let's not do full. We don't want to have the propeller. Set it at 1850. Here comes the glide slope. All lights are still working. For 10%. I think the weather radar is broken. Let's check that when we land. Okay, approach. Thank you. Glide slope captured. Let's do 10 degrees on flaps. Blink. And pull back a little bit more. SIM card extractor is pointing in the right direction. And with a little bit of luck, we'll be legal when we're landing. And we are at nav here, so yeah. So we can have this at RNAV too. That's also interesting. There we go. Something is blinking ahead of us. Let's do flaps 20. And check the chart. So they want us to do 3,200 if something happens. We have to go around. So we'll set that to be sure we have it in case. And we'll back to... I think the approach speed is 80, but I need to be... The air conditioning must be off for takeoff and landing. Yeah, well, I have no air conditioning on, just heating elements. And there is the landing strip, and we are well above. So that's good. That gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling in the stomach.
Tango Alpha Bravo, wind 039er at 13, clear to land runway 8.
13.
Clear to land runway 8, SE tab, Tango Alpha Bravo.
So we have a crosswind from the left, if I got that correctly. Okay, so we'll go full flaps, or almost full flaps. And full flaps, and adjust power for torque full, or sorry, no, not torque full, propeller at max. I'll try and stay at 80 knots. I really love this Velocity 1 flight stick, and even though it's a really small throttle stick, you can be surprisingly exact in your throttle settings. Let's zoom in. Let's check fuel flow. We have still an unbalance to think about. The torque, everything looks good. Okay. So I'll be turning off the autopilot in just a second or two. So it's a bit windy and it's a bit jumpy in the air, so I'll stay just above 80 knots. We're still on autopilot. And autopilot off. You will see an increase in the air sickness inducing pilot flying. I actually do have to hand fly this aircraft more to learn. Whoop! It suddenly got darker. Whoop! Whoop! Both wheels on the tarmac beam. yet.
Tango Alpha Bravo, exit runway when able.
So we'll do the next taxiway here. So flaps up. We can turn off anti-icing. Nope. Nope. Off. Off.
Set Tango Alpha Bravo, exit runway when able.
Here's the thing. Here's the simulator thing. If I pass this line, then the simulator thinks, oh, he's not supposed to be taking off or anything. Acknowledge.
121.9er for SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
So then I don't get the text instructions. Request taxi to parking.
Goose Bay ground, SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Taxi to parking.
See what we get.
Tango Alpha Bravo. Taxi to general aviation. Parking via taxiway Charlie Papa.
Turn these off. Strobe off. We'll set the
Taxiing to general aviation parking via
radar to
taxiway
standby.
Charlie Papa. SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
Parking brake off. Yeah, they better send a car because this is way out in the boonies. So the black square. No, that's standby power. Electric power is on because the generator. Where do they want us to go? Okay, over here. We should have chosen north marking, right? Set the whoop. Oh, I'm wearing out the brakes. taxi lights out. We can turn off the nav light. We leave the beacon on. We'll let the aircraft sit here and cool down a little bit. Turn off that. Close that. It's going to get cold, but we're getting out anyway. We'll leave the separator on. Okay. So Black Square has this option here with the show beta annunciator, so we can I can use, as I don't have a full throttle quadrant, it shows me when I'm I can then pull back to get beta. So I have this range, and a little bit up on my joystick is idle. Okay, anyways, we can turn off the lights. We can turn off the avionics. Let's just check one thing here. So, engine condition 99%. No active failures. Okay. Off. So, I did violate that thing with the... So I hope there weren't any people in here. We can turn off the transponder. We can do away with the avionics. We can turn off the standby power. Now let's wait. Let's leave that on for now. What's the temperature? We did. Okay. So we should have taxed it with low power. The condition lever on low power. Good thing to know. Shut down and securing. Parking brake, avionics off, standby alternator off. Fuel boost pump off. Heat AC off. We don't have it. Heat is off. Power lever idle for 1 minute. We have had it for idle for more. Propeller lever feather down and click over to feather. Let that do its thing. It takes a little while. Exterior lights off. Well, we'll turn the beacon off after the prop has stopped. Fuel selectors both off, oxygen. Okay. Time to turn off the engine. Oof. And that's good, that's good, that's good. Propeller has stopped. Release the inertial separator. And these things are good, these things are good. Okay, I think we're good. Yep, let's not be mean to the battery anymore. off with you and off with you. Okay. Hello. Yeah. I'm snickering to myself because I just this aircraft is amazing. I really like it. Okay, bye.